Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd. Well, these pictures today are more than a week old already, but I want to share this event. Let's see what we got on there. Okay, that's the Asclepias hurtella. It's on Chesney Prairie. There are quite a few of those are already in bloom. And as I say, that would have been around the 5th or 6th of May. So there's a red-winged blackbird and a scissortail flycatcher. I brought my cheat sheet today. I wrote it down. That one I still can't remember the name of, so let's go forward. It gets pretty as the bloom develops. That was just pre-bloom stage for it, but it's a native wildflower. And that's probably either swamp hemlock or the foreign version of poison hemlock that you've heard of. Anyway, they're both really poison, so don't eat them. That's a patch of spiderwort, and those are big and tall, and Joe Woolbright, who runs Chesney Prairie over there where we took these pictures, calls it the Arkansas spiderwort or the Ozark spiderwort or whatever, but there you can see a little tiny insect on the spiderwort up close. Okay, this is larkspur. Most of the time I can't remember the name of it. That's why I wrote them down today. It's real easy. It's in the, well, let's don't go into the families. That's enough. We got that name. That's the wild native, and it's been in bloom everywhere in recent weeks. That's the group from the Northwest Arkansas, or just the Arkansas or Ozark wildflower photographers. A couple of Canada geese got up out of the tall grass and flew off from a damp area over there where they were feeding, and of course got everybody's attention if they were in those close enough to see. There's a caterpillar I haven't identified yet, haven't spent a lot of time on it, and one of the hard things about it is not knowing exactly what plant it was using. If you know what plant caterpillar is using, you can cross-check a chart of host species, because the caterpillar is most likely on the one that he can eat and grow on when you find him. Okay, that's one of the clovers, I believe, and that's a pretty close up. You can see it's close to full bloom, I guess. And that's one I've shown you from other places too, of course, but it's tiny, and I like tiny wildflowers. So that's from Chesney Prairie, and probably that was, I guess it was Sunday, what was that, 7th or 8th? Anyway, of May 2012. That's another native wildflower. It's not a spectacular thing, but when you make pictures of it at different angles and so forth, it turns out to be worth looking at, I think. I enjoy it. Some of the things just aren't bright and showy, but when you look at them close. Well, these got out of order, of course, the way the machines run them in random order. That was next to the earlier version, but you can see the 3 little leaves on that clover species that suggest it is, and it's a native one. And that's Coreopsis, and there's not a bee, I think it's a flower fly. There are a lot of native bees, but a lot of flower flies do the same work. Okay, that is a purple wild indigo, and I would say it was at Emily Cates' yard. She's going to be on the garden tour coming up this month, and Omni Garden Tour, and there's a caterpillar. A whole bunch of these caterpillars were on that indigo plant. Indigo, not a bush exactly, the ones that are real, that's a different species. But anyway, these little caterpillars are going to be something that flies, something pretty in most cases, just as pretty as the caterpillar is a good rule. They won't look just like the caterpillar. Colors may be different even, but it's a reason not to spray those things and get mad because they're eating the leaves. Till next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd asking you to do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green. See ya. Hello, it's Aubrey Shepherd on the 17th of May, 2012. We have lots of Fayetteville pictures, some of them just pretty, and some of them slightly informative. Let's see what we got. Well, the Omni Peace Garden Tour is coming up on May 26th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And on the 1st of June, the Fayetteville Community Wildlife Habitat Project will celebrate. Okay, there's Mayor Lionel Jordan and Fran Alexander, and she and he both got awards at the ceremony honoring, well, the Eco Awards. And there you see Lionel with Steve Clark and Miss University of Arkansas 2012. And Best Government, Green Government. There's Dr. Dick Bennett, Emeritus Professor of English at the University of Arkansas, and he received the award. Actually, it was in the name of Gladys Tiffany, who's president of Omni now, and Dick is just the founder, but he was able to go, and he deserved the award because none of us would be doing the Omni work without him. That was Fran Alexander getting her award. She was named ambassador for 2012-13 for Eco Passport, or essentially for greening Fayetteville and the rest of the world. She's done this work for many years. You're looking at a bumblebee on Asclepias viridis, and you will see, if you get the June issue of Smithsonian Institution, you'll see a photo from World Peace Wetland Prairie of this same species of milkweed as it's going to seed. And the article is about preserving seed for the future. So a group of scientists worldwide basically working to collect seed that might be needed in the future as the climate changes and so forth. Okay, there is a composite prairie flower with a tiny caterpillar on it. I love showing the insects, and that's bird food, but it's also a future butterfly of some kind. And I didn't have time to look that one up. There's so many similar caterpillars that it's not easy. This is one I've shown you before, but since the other tape was done, I've found that they've started blooming brighter. This is the Asclepias purpurascens, and it's now in full bloom in some places in northwest Arkansas, right here near my home in South Fayetteville. And I enjoy getting these every year because they don't bloom for very long. It's very short. It's very dry right now, so they'll actually start drying up. But meantime, the monarch caterpillars will be using the foliage. They'll even eat the flowers. They'll even eat the seed pods when they're getting down to really hungry, and they have to eat milkweed plants to survive, to grow in and become a chrysalis and then a butterfly. So we'll see a picture of one of those guys on the red milkweed or the purple milkweed, Asclepias purpurascens. And we'll also note that the article I was talking about, there's the monarch caterpillar on that. And cited in the Smithsonian magazine is the point that the milkweed must be maintained or the monarchs will not exist. And there's a close-up of one of those guys. So I like my outdoor pictures better than my indoor pictures, but I want to show you a few others. Well, this is dogbane plant, and that caterpillar, I did not find its name yet, but it's obviously a caterpillar that can eat dogbane, and maybe depends on dogbane. Don't know what it'll be. That's the Asclepias tuberosa, and it's called butterfly weed. And it's pretty important also to the monarchs and to people who love the beauty of those plants. Until next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd asking you to do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green. See you.